From pickdogs.com here with your halftime show, Eagles and Seahawks. I gotta say, this game is pretty much exactly what we expected. The Eagles just really every single play, someone getting injured here. The Seahawks seem to be getting a little bit better as the game goes on. Whether the Eagles are able to come and bounce back here, I'm not really sure. Like I said, I think the Seahawks are playing. You could see them improving as the game is going on, and whether that carries over to the second half, I'm not really sure. But at least offensively, we're seeing the Seahawks kind of put it together here. So I think the Eagles, with Wentz out, you guys know my opinion of him. I don't really have much of an opinion on Carson Wentz. I'm not a big Wentz backer, but at the same time. I think McCown can move the offense, but not if he keeps losing guys. And it's going to take a big defensive play by the Eagles here. And it's been the opposite. They haven't really made the defensive play. So we're going to take a look at the second half lines and figure out exactly what's going on here. But this is kind of the game that I thought. This is just a hard one to pick. It's just a really murky game that both these teams have played a lot of this season. So we'll see what the second half is. Second half, we have the Seahawks minus 1.5. It's because all the injuries here to the Eagles. And I think, I don't know, maybe take the Eagles plus the 1.5 here. As we'll see, the Seahawks, we've seen it so many times, right? I think you could play the over 19.5 in the second half. It's like we've seen so much murky offense on both sides, yet 13 points. I'm going to go over. Especially because now people... I hate it when people ask the questions in that format, but I know you guys are probably new, and that's fine. It should be like, just say total over or under 20. It's like I feel when you put me on something like under 20 like that, it's like you're putting me on something, and it's like I'm not on that. It almost always pushes me to the other side immediately when people do that. So it's like it makes it harder for me, actually. So that's why I always say team A versus team B with a question, but it doesn't really matter. You guys are probably new, which is a good thing. But yeah, it's just one of those weird games where it's like you could see the Eagles making a play right here, out of the if they made a play coming out of the half and drove down and got a field goal or something, would anyone be surprised? They drove pretty easily on the Seahawks defense, starting at about the 5-yard line last time out. So I don't see any reason why they're not going to be able to drive on the Seahawks again. They ran some really nice plays on them. I don't know. I'm not a doctor as far as if Wentz is done or not. I was never a fan. I thought the Vikings, the pass to Thielen was spot on. I mean, it's just the Saints deserve to lose that game. I don't think the Eagles are done. I think the Seattle never really puts anybody away and runs away with it. It's just not what they do. But I thought McCown looked pretty good there from what we saw of him. So I don't think there's much of a drop off there. So I'm not a big Wentz guy. I think everybody knows that. I've always been pretty clear about that. But yeah, I think that we probably go with the Eagles here in the second half because, as you can see, yeah, the Eagles play better without Wentz, and like we saw early, the first drive. 3rd and 8, and they throw like a 17-yard pass. Just doesn't even make any sense what they do. But anyways, I'm on the Eagles for the second half. I didn't bet this game. I made it pretty clear I wasn't betting this one. I bet on the Saints. I lost that one. I had Michigan State. I have St. John's. They're now down by 10. So we need a little bit of help there. But I didn't bet this game. Yeah, I thought that, I thought there's been a couple dirty hits in this game. I thought the Seahawks offense played pretty well. I thought DJ Metcalf did a nice job. I thought that last play by Moore was really nice. I really did. Yeah, I dedicate this much time to this because I love doing it. This is what I do for a living, but at the same time, I love it. And it's like, even if this wasn't what I did for a living, it's either what I wish I did for a living or, it would be, still hopefully something I would do. You were wrong on the New England game. I had I was. It happens. Yeah, I don't get every game right. That's for sure. I never once even alluded to saying that I did. So I'm not really sure about that question, about that comment, unless you're just being a jackass. Because, a matter of fact, not only did I get the New England game wrong, I also got the Tennessee LSU game wrong yesterday. I had the Saints today. I got that game wrong. I've gotten a lot of games wrong. Believe me. We do at Pick Dogs, we do 16,000 free picks a year, plus the picks that I do in the videos and the shows. So we probably do 15, another 4,500. We probably do 22 to 24,000 free picks a year. If we're right 60% of the time, that would be awesome. So that would mean that we're wrong. Let me see, 4, 8, about 10,000 times a year. We're wrong. We're wrong at least 10,000 times a year. So I'll tell you that much. So, yeah. It's not a jackass comment. I just don't understand the comment. It's like, if you're just making that like a dig on me, I don't take it that way. I don't understand it. It's like, why say it? I mean, we also had Michigan State. He doesn't say, wow, you nailed it on Michigan State, right? You nailed the under in the opening game. We love the under, right? And that Saints Vikings, I gave that out, in the video. So, I mean, this is what I signed up for. And St. John's is now inside the number against Xavier, so I don't know if I'm right. It depends, I run hot and cold like everybody else, Sometimes it's on the free picks. I mean, even though they aren't my best plays, sometimes those are better than the premium picks. And sometimes it's like I can't get a free pick right to save my life, and I hit every premium pick. I don't have any control of it. I can tell you one thing. Every pick that I give out, I hope I win, and I want to win. And that's why, we do a halftime show, and there's 150 people watching, It's awesome. And it's like, I think I'm always pretty transparent with what I've done here. And I think I've always been honest about it. So I think that, hopefully you guys take it for that. But I think in this one right now, I think that, this is a murky game. I didn't bet it. I'm not going to jump on it now. If I were, I would probably take the Eagles on the money line or plus the 1.5 points. Yep. Our dog of the day. Was our dog of the day? It wasn't Duquesne. Oh, that was yesterday. A couple days ago, right? Duquesne was a favorite. We had them in our parlay today, but we're not going to hit that parlay because St. Louis is in triple overtime against UMass. So, it happens. I try to do the best I can. Some days with the light schedules and those other videos. Today, the dog of the day was Northern Kentucky. The premium picks are available at the website, pickdogs.com. It's pretty easy to find. Yeah, today was the dog of the day was Northern Kentucky, and they won. They were getting 1, I think, or 2.5 by the time the game went off against Oakland, and they won by 9. So we were 11.5 to the good today. Plus we hit, yesterday was a parlay I think I gave out. We hit 1-1 Monday line parlay. Yeah, the best, the very best of the best when they're hot. And that's like not every year, not all the time, just the very best of the best are right about 60% of the time. Be sure to hit the thumbs up before you go. I know the game is back on. We took the Eagles. I'm lukewarm on this at best. Anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and then we have another show at 4 o'clock tomorrow with Charles Ormsby and his computer and software. Be pretty interesting to see how I make fun of him all the time, but I'll tell you what, his software picks a lot of winners. So, hey, if we can get on more winners, I'm all for having him share it with you. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m.